This guy I met at Catch a Rising Star. I think he's a very funny guy, soon to be your pal too. Please, a nice round of applause for Tom Brown.
So how you guys doing? I'm doing well. I just got back from Montreal. I love Montreal. I go up there a lot. I found something else out about myself. It was pretty interesting last time I was up there. I found out if I drink 24 beers in the space of 6 hours, I can speak fluent French. Of course, English becomes my second language, but I guess that's another story. Anybody ever go up there? Somebody went up there. Okay, you drive up there. What happens is you go to the border. You go into another country. There's a French-Canadian person there in the window, and they say, "Where are you going?" "Montreal." "Why?" "I don't know, man. I guess we're going to drink heavily and be a bunch of assholes." Guy says, "Come on in, you wacky American. Have a good time. Remember, use a condom." Coming back, it's a different story. You're coming back to the United States. It's your home country, land of your birth. Totally different story. "Where are you going?" "Massachusetts." "Why?" "'Cause I live there." "Why?" "I don't know. My family moved there before I was born." "Why?" "I don't know. I was a baby at the time." "Why?" "Why? Why? Who won the series in '54? Why? Why? Get down and give me 20, scumbag." Had to take the urine test, you know. We got to the part where you sing the national anthem, and when we hit that part, we go, "And the Rockets regular." And when our voices cracked, they knew we were Americans, so they let us in the country. That's kind of nice. I live in Cambridge. Thank you. I live near MIT. I don't know if you know this, MIT has its own nuclear reactor. Never really bothered me before until I found out the people in charge of security there are the MIT campus police. Do you know what I'm saying, folks? Barney Fife is guarding a nuclear reactor. These are the same guys. When I was 12 years old, I'd be playing in the MIT fields, you know, just fooling around and stuff, and they'd come at us with the sirens blaring and the guns drawn, and they'd fire off a warning shot. But then they had to go back to headquarters to get another bullet, so I guess. I work for the registry. Thank you, that's the usual reaction we get. It's kind of neat, you know. I had to take this course, though, on how to handle customer complaints in the registry fashion, and it was very good, very informative, because I learned how to say, "Hey, I don't make the rules, I just work here. Next." I got a part-time job through the registry that was pretty good. What I do is I get in my car all day and I drive around the streets of Boston until I see one of those sightseeing buses loaded with the tourists on it. And then what I do is I cut across 3 lanes of traffic. I cut the bus off and I flip the finger to the driver, just so those tourists get that Boston driving experience. I went out drinking with my friends, and my friends, I don't know, the nicest way to put it is they're jerks. They're the type of guys, you trust them with your life, you trust them with the car, but you don't want to lend them 20 bucks. You know those type of people? We're out there, we're drinking, and they say, "Hey, let's find out why we shouldn't mix our alcohols." Now, I was the designated passenger at the time, sounded like a good idea to me. So we start drinking, 6 o'clock we're drinking beer, and then we go to dark beer, and you know, like 7 o'clock rolls around and someone says, "Hey, let's have Bloody Marys," so we have Bloody Marys and Pearl Harbors. 8 o'clock rolls around, we're getting like the shots and the beers of everything on the bar. Well, let's put it this way, 9 o'clock rolls around, I'm going, which they took for, "Hey, I'm buying the next 5 rounds. And I don't know what it is. It's a fundamental difference between men and women in the bar situation. You drink a lot of alcohol, you get sick. You know, women will go to the bathroom and get rid of the alcohol. I'm a guy. I'll sit in the car, drink the alcohol, and throw up in the backseat of my friend's car. Okay, now the next day I get up and they have the headache. You know, you're feeling lousy. You're standing there. I've been sick. And you know the one you have that hangover, the one where you can hear the sunlight coming in through the bathroom window? Okay, now I look in the medicine cabinet, and all I have in there are those Tylenol capsules that I forgot to return before that cyanide scare. I took 2 anyways, because I figured no matter what, I was going to be feeling better than I did right then and there. before I go, I went and I was like, just driving. I went down a couple of different places with my brother. I was traveling. We went down this place called Colonial Williamsburg. Has anybody ever been there? Okay, a couple of you, so you know what it's like. It's pretty neat and it's pretty interesting what it is. It's life down south during the 1800s. And I was having a really fun time down there until I got sold. Had to spend the entire weekend with this woman going, pleasure me, Mandingo, pleasure me. Guess it wasn't that bad at all. Thanks a lot. My name's Myron.
Come on up, man. Sit down. Sit right down. Put that baby on. So how you doing, Tommy?
All right.
You all right?
Yeah.
Now, when I called you to do this show, I didn't get you at home. I called you up at work.
Yeah.
And I didn't know where you worked when I get your phone number. I call up, and you work at the library.
Yeah.
Where?
In Cambridge.
In Cambridge. So I call up, and I get somebody else on the phone, say, Tom Brown there. They said, you want the person? I said, no, give me the book. You have any good library stories for me? Met any good babes at the library?
No, that's the problem.
Really? No?
No.
Really intelligent woman walking by, you know?
Well, the intelligent one. Well, some of them, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them are attractive and stuff, you know.
Yeah, but you're a hat guy. You're always wearing hats.
Yeah.
Whenever I see you. How come?
Well, you see, I had this thinning hair problem.
Your hair is thinning?
Yes, and I decided I had to do something about it, so I went
Well,
to...
you ought to talk to me, pal. I'm part of the minoxidil controversy. Your hair's thinning, though?
Yeah. I went to the hair club for men, and it was too expensive. So I went to the hat club for men, and they were real cheap.
That's right. You know, a hair club for men thing, at Cy, he's getting like $5,000 a whack to weave some kind of bird's nest into your hair. So you got to stay away from that. How do you like the music today?
They were great.
You're a big music aficionado.
Yeah, yeah. I like real music. That's why I hate Tiffany. I think there should be a rule like you can't...
I think we're alone now.
She sings that song, and I'm like 29 years old.
Right.
If I'm alone with Tiffany, I better be babysitting, or I'm going to jail. You know. It's like,
I think I sang that song on a bus going to camp when I was about 4.
I keep thinking, you know, in that situation, there should be like a law that you can't cover any song that's older than you are. You know,
Right.
something.
Absolutely. Nice round of applause, Mr. Tom Brown.